Today on the newscast, explosions rock Iran and Tehran as Israel reportedly carries out a major attack against Islamic Revolutionary Guards. Get all the breaking details next. Hey folks, welcome to the newscast. We are coming to you today from the global lane. Big breaking news out of Iran. We've been telling you here in the newscast over the past few months about this shadow war raging between Israel and the Iranian regime, in particular Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, the elite force of that regime, which is dedicated to the destruction of Israel. Well, that shadow war went into overdrive today, Thursday, January, as explosions rocked the Iranian capital of Tehran. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu just announced that, indeed, Israel was behind these strikes on Iranian soil. So we're going to break it down for you and get all the breaking details. Is this a one-off sort of event, or is this the beginning of something more? Get all the breaking details next. Before I do, I just want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you get alerts every time a new video is posted. Hey, we're posting every day, Monday through Friday, and more on the weekends as well, because breaking news, as you can see today, doesn't take a holiday. And we want to be your front line for what is happening in the world's most volatile and strategic region, the Middle East and beyond, all from a distinctly biblical, prophetic perspective. So folks, be sure to join us here every single day. Okay, let's get into it. We mentioned at the top, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, earlier today gave a statement to the nation, and he said, yes, Israel was behind the airstrikes in and around the Iranian capital of Tehran. Now, I want to show you this map really quickly. It was released by the Iranian regime. This is how they showed the area, the location where these explosions happened. You can see right here, this is the Iranian capital of Tehran. And again, this is according to Iranian officials who said, yes, there were explosions in the northeastern areas of the city of Tehran. Now, you may not be familiar with the geography of Iran. Here you have the Alborz Mountains to the north of the city. But within Tehran itself, there are various districts. One of them is called Darakeh. Another one is called Parchin. And folks, the name Parchin might sound familiar to you. That is an area outside of Tehran, where Iran has been developing nuclear weapons technology, including ballistic missiles and nuclear warheads. And remember, the Iranian regime has repeatedly threatened to wipe Israel off the map, destroy the state of Israel, and they will do it with nuclear weapons if they can develop them. We've talked about that many times here in the newscast. Now, there's been a lot of speculation that perhaps today's strikes hit that Parchin site again. That has not been confirmed, but certainly an area where Iran has been developing nuclear weapons technology. But let's look at some other things that we know. Number 1. The top official, the most senior official in Iran's Revolutionary Guards Corps, the Quds Force. That would be General Hossein Salami. He is now dead, according to state-run Iranian media. They confirmed it earlier today. He was in his office in Tehran when the strike came in. He was killed instantly, according to the Iranian regime, and they are vowing revenge. This is a very serious escalation, folks, when you take out the top guy in the Quds Force. Now, why is that such a big deal? Because this man, General Hossein Salami, oversaw all of the nefarious activity of Iran's regime across the region. Not only the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad in Gaza, those various Shiite militias in Iraq and Syria at Israel's doorstep. This man oversaw it all. If anyone was the mastermind behind the attacks against U.S. personnel in Syria and Iraq over the past few years, it was him. If anyone was the mastermind behind the seizure of 2 U.S. citizens last month in Syria, it was this man, General Hossein Salami. A true bad guy bites the dust. The head of the snake of Iran's terror apparatus has been cut off, but the body remains. And that body, folks, is still very dangerous, and that is why Israel is likely going to be on the receiving end of some major Iranian reprisals in the days to come. Now that's number 1. Number 2, in addition to this top IRGC official being killed, another senior IRGC official also was killed in this strike as well, according to Iranian state TV. Now, another thing that is fascinating about this, Iranian state TV saying yet another high-ranking IRGC officer was killed. Well, how do you kill two top officials in the same strike? That kind of suggests to me that this was a direct strike against these individuals. Again, we don't have all the details yet, but apparently these officials were in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were driving in the wrong car at the wrong time, and they got a one-way ticket to eternity. Speaking of eternity, by the way, if you haven't checked out our latest video, and by the way, it's trending right now on YouTube, check out our latest video on heaven and hell. What is it like? We break it down verse by verse from the Bible. You don't want to miss that video. It's getting a lot of attention. People are sharing it all over the place. So hey, check it out. I'll put a link for it up here in the cards, or you can click the link in the description. What is it like? What does it mean to go to heaven or hell? What is it actually like? We break it down in our latest video. One other note before we go. 2 Iranian nuclear scientists were also reportedly killed in today's strikes. And again, this gets back to what we've been talking about here in the newscast, that Iran is determined to develop nuclear weapons. They want the bomb. Israel is not going to allow that. Remember, Israel has carried out several assassinations of Iranian nuclear scientists over the past decade plus. But these airstrikes today, again, a very significant escalation. So here's the question on everyone's mind as we close, Eric. Is this a one-off sort of thing, or is this the beginning of something more? Look, Iran is vowing a forceful response, a response that will not be forgotten, according to the Iranian president. Now, Ebrahim Raisi, who is known as the Butcher of Tehran, by the way, he earned that moniker. He was involved in the killings of possibly thousands of Iranian dissidents inside that country. He is no moderate. He is a hardline president of Iran. So the top guy in the Iranian regime is vowing a strong response. But Israel says, hey, we were forced to act. Iran is hell-bent on destroying us. We had to take out these top terrorists. And they're right. No doubt, Israel was forced to act. But this is going to bring a response, folks, without a doubt. And Iran is very capable of carrying out attacks against Israeli and American interests. Remember the top guy again in the chain of command of Iran's terror apparatus taken out. So there is a power vacuum there. Who will fill it? Will someone even more radical fill it? We shall see. But keep Israel in your prayers. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray that God Almighty protects His people. We are living in perilous times, no doubt. But the God of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. He is on the throne. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here today on the newscast. Until tomorrow, God bless you, and remember, never hold your peace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the newscast. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe, and tap the bell icon to turn on notifications for new episodes every weekday.